What's up, sunshine? I'm Coy Wire. This is CNN 10. Happy Friday, yay. Finally, if your week was like mine, you were feeling the heat, feeling some pressure, and you had to put in the time to get through. And you know what? Heat, pressure, and time, those are the same three things that make diamonds. So let's rise up, keep shining, and get to your news. Eat real food. That's the word from U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Jr., who unveiled new dietary guidelines for Americans this week. The Food and Drug Administration echoed past advice with some notable changes. For instance, the My Plate diet recommendation chart that so many of us have been taught to follow eliminated. A new inverted food pyramid now shows new guidance. The American Heart Association agreed with the need to eat more vegetables, but worried that promoting meat consumption could lead to more cardiovascular disease. Our Ivan Rodriguez breaks down what the FDA says our dinner plates should look like now.
Every 5 years, Health and Human Services and the U.S. Department of Agriculture update the federal dietary guidelines based on the latest research. The new guidelines echo past advice, but also include some nods to HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Make America Healthy Again movement, urging Americans to prioritize protein and healthy fats and limit their consumption of ultra-processed foods and added sugar.
The new guidelines recognize that whole, nutrient-dense food is the most effective path to better health and lower health care costs.
Officials say that following the guidance can help prevent the onset or slow the rate of progression of chronic disease, as well as lower health care costs.
30% of healthcare costs are directly attributable to obesity.
The latest update will include images of an inverted pyramid that puts meats and vegetables in the whitest part at the top, flipping a long-standing visual of the American diet and moving away from the circular My Plate.
Dietary guidelines shape dozens of federal feeding programs, including Head Start. These standards affect 45 million school lunches every day.
The new guidelines also tell Americans, when adding fats to meals, to, quote, prioritize oils with essential fatty acids such as olive oil. Other options can include butter or beef tallow.
Across the pond, where a massive winter storm nicknamed Goretti is expected to impact France and the UK. The rapidly strengthening system is on track to bring strong winds and heavy snow to parts of Europe. Southern England and northern France, especially along the coasts, are expected to be hit. A cold snap has already turned floodplains in Oxford into a natural ice rink. And heavy snow from Storm Goretti will likely disrupt travel in the air, on the roads, and the rails across parts of England and Wales. France's meteorological office is warning that the snow will also impact travel there. Some rural communities could face power blackouts. Pop quiz, hot shot. Why do dogs sniff the ground in zigzags? They're following multiple smells, they're confused, it helps them balance, or they're marking their territory. If you said multiple smells, you are on the nose. Dogs zigzag to track overlapping scent trails left by different people and animals, kind of like scrolling through several messages at once. We humans have come to understand that a dog's powerful sense of smell isn't just impressive, it's practical. CNN correspondent Randy Kay reports from Jupiter, Florida, where dogs are being trained to sniff out dangerous mold.
Shepherd Puppy is the newest member of an army of dogs trained to sniff out mold. His name is Spore.
That's a good boy.
Starting a dog from the puppy is huge. We don't want a dog that's going to be terrified going into places like that. So getting a dog to their head inside pipes like that is going to be imperative.
Sean Gallivan, co-owner of Paws on Mold, uses dog treats as a training tool to encourage Spore to follow the odor inside the pipe.
Good man.
Florida is the #1 state for mold risk. For little Spore, that's pretty good job security.
We have aspergillosis, we have plutonium, every mold, black mold, our dog is on all of them.
Sean spent 4 years in the military. He's worked with dogs who can sniff out explosives and drugs, too.
After I got out of the military, I started working at the airport for explosive detection. As long as it has a chemical compound, the sky is the limit when you're dealing with dogs.
Spore is about 8 weeks old, so he's in puppy kindergarten right now. But in about a year and a half, he'll be fully trained and ready to go out in the field to homes and businesses here in the state of Florida and sniff out mold, and he'll be on his best behavior.
Until then, Paws on Mold will rely on other pups like Zuko, whose olfactory system has been sniffing out mold for some time now. Dogs' noses are believed to have up to 300 million scent receptors, compared to about 5 million in our noses. Watch when Sean hides synthetic mold, which is safe, in the scent wall or the odor box during more advanced training. The reward for Zuko's hard work? A ball, which Sean releases using a remote.
You can't really drop anything out of this because it's not going to come out, so it's a ball popper, and it just literally shoots a ball up. So when the dog goes to the right one and indicates on the right one, the ball is going to come right from the source of odor.
When the dogs alert for mold at someone's home or business, samples are sent to a lab to confirm their noses are spot on.
Chicago is taking a cue from the Savannah Bananas, but adding a new twist. Inspired by the wildly popular baseball version of the Harlem Globetrotters, the brand new Chicago Snowballs want to turn baseball into a schno featuring men and women. The co-ed tryouts are officially underway this week. A strong arm, the ability to put the bat on the ball alone will not cut it. These players need to put the fun in the fundamentals with lots of personality, energy, and showmanship as well.
So we're doing our baseball stuff. We're also showing a little razzle-dazzle.
The Snowball hopefuls showed off dance moves, and one dude even showed up on stilts. The Snowballs owners called the team Pro Baseball's first true sportstainment experience for everyone, and they're taking suggestions for a second team's name through the end of the month. Today's story getting a 10 out of 10.
Man, this is Santos Vagos.